Hey everybody, and welcome to the party! And in this one we're going to be reviewing the newest vehicle added to the game, the Granger 3600 XL. As always, I'm going to be taking a look at its exterior, its interior, the way it customizes, performs and handles, but not in Los Santos Customs but in the agency, because this is in fact an agency vehicle, and ultimately I'm going to be telling you if it's worth it. And with that, let's start with the 360 around the Granger, while I give you some facts about it. First off, this vehicle costs $1.4 or $1 million new, depending if you've unlocked the trade-in price for it. It's based on the current generation, I believe, Suburban, and as that, it's pretty faithful. It's a part of the SUV category in GT Online, so no surprises there. And in terms of interactivity, you can open everything on it. And oh my god, look at that big engine. Nice. As I said, this vehicle was just released, so the beginning of 2022, in case you're watching this video at a later date. But all in all, pretty faithful on the outside. But I'm more curious to see what type of customization we can expect from it, because, as you guys probably know, the customization for this DLC has been lackluster to say the least. So, yeah. But before we start customizing, let's jump in, see what the interior looks like, and listen to how the vehicle sounds. Okay, the interior is nothing special. And as for the way the vehicle sounds, it's actually not bad. And with that, we're off to see what type of drivetrain the Granger XL sports. And no surprises, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, because it's an SUV. And with that useful piece of information, let's get going to the agency that I hope I still remember what it is. And on our way there, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts and impressions of the stock version of the XL, and I'm going to call it the XL just for short. And so far, I can tell you acceleration is horrible, traction is great, handling is good, and I can't tell you about the top speed because we haven't reached it yet, but I'm assuming it's not going to be great. But the handling is really good. And we're here. That was quick. And because we can modify this vehicle here, we can put a missile jammer on it, we can put remote mines on it. You'll basically see in a bit. But before we do all of that, we're going to be upgrading all the performance options up front. This way we don't forget anything at the end, and you guys are not going to tell me I'm stupid again. Let's see now. Roll cage, roof, no. Transmission, yep. And turbo. Cool, we also get a discount on the turbo. Nice. And with that, let's start upgrading the exterior of the vehicle. First off, I never upgrade the armor, but armor plating, let's see what we can do. Cool, we can put armor plating on it. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny, but you can do it. Bumpers, front bumper, and usually we have a splitter option here for the new DLC, but not with this vehicle. You can actually put... Wow, that actually looks kind of mean. Don't mind if I do. Rear bumper, I'm assuming it's gonna be the same type of deal. Yep. Okay, $11,000 for that. Engine, we already did. Exhaust, we can modify the exhaust. And these are all the different exhaust options you can choose from. That's kind of cool. It has a side exhaust type of deal. Okay, I actually am kind of happy with what I'm seeing so far. This vehicle, believe it or not, is one of the better customizable vehicles from the DLC, which is kind of a shame. Considering it doesn't have that much customization, but yeah, it is what it is. Horn Imanitech, and here you can see we have remote control. We can put remote control on the vehicle, which is not something that I'm gonna do. And we have a missile lock-on jammer, which is incredibly useful against griefers. So that's what you can do with it. Liveries. You can put these many liveries on it. And you guys know that I'm not the biggest fan of liveries, but I actually kind of like this one, because it's, I don't know, it's unique, I want to say. Yeah, next up we have the mirror option, and we can put, I'm assuming, some beefier mirrors. No, we can just change the color of those. That's kind of disappointing. But hey, you can't have it all, I guess. Nose accessories. Ooh, we can put a bra on it. Those things are called bras, right? Or am I missing something? And also we can put a snorkel on it. That's cool. Let's put a snorkel on it. License plate. Of course we're gonna go with yellow and black. Primary weapons. You can also put weapons on the vehicle, in case you're into that type of deal. Proximity mines. No, please. We can respray the vehicle. We can put a roll cage in it, which is something that I'm not gonna be doing. Roof. We can modify the roof. We can basically put some accessories on it, but sadly we can't put any extra lights, which is kind of a shame. Scratch that. Yes, please, a light bar. Side step. Let's see what type of side steps we have here. I kind of like this one. Suspension. We can lower the suspension even though this is an SUV, but there's the option in case you want it. Transmission, turbo, wheels. I'm going to be keeping those. And the window tint. We're going to be going with the light smoke tint. And last but not least, it's time to respray the vehicle. So let's see what type spray we're going to be using. Well, let's go with something ordinary. I want this vehicle to be ordinary. Blaze red looks kind of cool. Secondary color, I guess is now let's go with this. And of course we're going to be putting on the crew emblem, BSPA for life. And in case you're wondering what that is, it's the BullSheepParty crew. So there you have it. But more when we go outside and test how the vehicle performs. As soon as we get out of here. That was kind of convoluted. In any case, here we are on the outside, and let's see how the vehicle performs after fully upgrading and customizing it. Oh, but first, let's see if the light bar works. Yes, it does! Okay, 10 out of 10. This is the best vehicle ever in the game. No, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, the vehicle still feels incredibly sluggish. It actually feels kind of worse, somehow. The handling is still good. Okay, scratch that. I don't know how they did this, but the vehicle feels worse after upgrading it. For some reason, it feels a little bit slopperier, if that's a word. It feels sloppy. Wow. Yeah, I can definitely tell you the top speed is not gonna be near the top of its class. So it's not a fast vehicle. It's not a great accelerating vehicle. As a matter of fact, it's pretty horrible for an SUV. The cool thing about it is you can put Imani Tech on it, but you can also do that on the, I believe, the Jubilee, which is a much better vehicle. All in all, yeah, I'm not really feeling this one. Yep, top speed is definitely not great. And somehow, the handling has gotten worse. And more surprisingly, we didn't have a spoiler option, even though the vehicle has a kind of a spoiler lip type of situation going on. See? Weird. Weird. This vehicle is weird, and I'm sorry to say, but it actually feels kind of lazy. Just like almost every other vehicle released in the contract DLC. Which is kind of a shame, Rockstar. Like, what are you doing? We want great cars, we want to have great customization. And even though the vehicle has better customization than most vehicles released in the DLC, still not great. So, I have to say, I think this one is a pass for me, guys. I think I'm gonna be selling it as soon as I'm done with the video. Even though the sticker on the side looks kind of cool. And there's one on this side as well. And I actually think with that we're gonna be ending the video. I actually don't think it's worth it, so don't be spending your 1.4 hard-earned dollars on this. Yeah. And even though my guy seems to have a good time in the vehicle, yeah, just skip this one and get something else. For example, the Jubilee. And with that, we're going to be ending the video. Thank you so much to everybody that watched. Hopefully, you liked what you saw, or at least found it somewhat helpful. If that's the case, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel and you actually like the content. and I'm off to making the review for the podium vehicle, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Now it's time to go to Los Santos Customs and sell this piece of junk. I mean, vehicle.